Let's see if I can make it through this video. We woke up this morning and Charlie here had a bad eye. And so we made an appointment as soon as we can get in this morning, and we thought it was conjunctivitis. Well, doctor looked at it and she thought that it was just a clogged tear duct, and that it should go away on its own within a few days. And if it doesn't, then we'll take her in. While there, they weighed her. She's in the 99th percentile for both weight and height, I believe. She is now 22 inches long. I'm trying to recall from memory. And 7 pounds, 2 ounces. This I'm sure of. So she's doing really well on weight. She should be back to her birth weight by the 2-week mark, and she's not 2 weeks yet. And so she's exceeded her birth weight. Yay! It's the only thing I feel good about that I've been doing. And we mentioned that my depression has gotten worse. I took a screening, little 10-question exam basically Monday, and I'm sure I passed. Today I retook it and I'm sure I failed. Maybe trigger warning. I think it's proper to have a trigger warning here. They usually consider it baby blues until the 2-week mark, and like I said, we're not quite 2 weeks, but since I've been depressed in the past, we went ahead and decided to put me on depression medication because I'm more likely to have postpartum because of my past with depression. There's nothing wrong with being on meds, and it's not something I didn't want to do. I just wanted to try it on my own with therapy, and therapy alone did not get me where I needed to be. Postpartum for me looks like just a lot of fear, a lot of anger, irritability, frustration. I mean, I'm sure most moms do go through this, but what isn't quite normal is suicidal thoughts. That I've definitely had at least one. I've thought that my husband and my child would be better off without me. I feel like a stranger in my body. I don't like what I see. I get really frustrated, and I know that I'm not even 2 weeks postpartum, and things will get better, and my body will recover, and I should get my belly back or whatever. That's so stupid and so minute, but things like night sweats and my body breaking out, and hives sometimes, itchiness, all over, it just started in my belly and now it's on my legs and my arms, things like that. Things just start to weigh on you when she's not feeding or she's crying and you don't know why she's crying. It just gets old. You're not sleeping, and I love my sleep. I'm not the type to function off of less sleep, but today's been okay. I've started taking my medication, and I'm taking allergy medication for the itchiness that I think has been helping. Just taking ibuprofen right now for pain. Still stool softeners. I don't think I'd be able to function without those, because when a bowel movement does come, it's still fairly uncomfortable even on stool softeners. Still taking a prenatal iron pill. There's a lot of medications to remember right now. I was taking my placenta 3 times a day with every meal, but some people have told me that it's actually caused worse depression. instead of better like I had hoped. So honestly today, like, I haven't taken them at all. So we're going to kind of test that, but it won't be a very good test now that I'm on depression meds. But also keep in mind that it takes 6 to 8 weeks for depression medication to kick in, and the first 2 weeks it might be common for symptoms to be worse. My doctor felt really, really bad, and it's not her fault that she didn't put me on depression medication sooner, knowing my past with depression. But honestly, I was stubborn, and it's something my husband and I wanted to do, mainly my husband, but his intentions were good. He wanted me to try to do it on my own, and that's fair, but it seems to have caused a lot in our relationship. And for me mentally, like, I don't have a thing, you know, like, he plays video games or he can go to the gym, and working out was my thing. And it's hard because sometimes even a walk hurts. I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be a long recovery. I don't feel like I have time. Like, I've felt guilted into doing things like my Bible study, and like right now I just have no motivation, and it really, really gets to me because my husband's starting to get back to work and do things, and I'm just like, how, you know, like, I make myself feel bad, like, why can't I do things? Like, all I do is feed her, and I know that's a big, awesome job because she wouldn't have food if it wasn't for me, but it gets to me. I look at myself and it gets to me, like, it shouldn't, but it does. And one thing that I am grateful for is that I'm surrounded by a lot of supportive people. And I say a lot because there's like more than I've ever had before, and honestly it may not be a lot, but it feels like it when you have genuine people on your side. Like, I can open up to my sister and my friends and my husband most of the time, but I mean, it's hard for him. There's different reasons it's hard for him, you know. I'm not easy to handle or deal with. Like, I probably make his life really, really hard, especially now with her added in. So we are gonna work on it, and my doctor has reached out to our therapist, so we'll see about getting in and seeing how that works. But everything else is okay, I guess. I mean, my sister's coming to town, and I cannot wait to see her. I think that'll help me a lot, just to have her around. And once her eye gets better. She eats really well, though. We had a good eating session last time. But hopefully things do get better, and hopefully I do find some energy, and hopefully things can start getting into normal. I'm hoping sooner rather than later, but I understand that it's a process. Tempted to laugh at this now. Probably would have cried if somebody wasn't here. A friend came by and dropped off some dinner. That was really nice. Well, I was trying to cook some bacon, and the pan already had some burnt stuff on the bottom of it. I'm going to blame Lucas on this one because he doesn't clean them very well. So I'm sure this I was wondering, because I was like, okay, the pan's just like stained or kind of like ruined. Well, I think there was some burnt stuff on the bottom of the pan that didn't get like washed off. I'm blaming Lucas, but it could be me. And I was cooking some bacon, and while she was here, the house started filling with smoke. I was like, oh no. I'm like, okay, let me open some windows. I was trying to be counterproductive, and then next thing you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this off. It's smoking pretty good. This is what it looks like. It's not terrible, but like, once I started doing that, the smoke detector goes off. Annabelle, get the fuck off. She stole something. I know she did. And, well, the smoke alarm goes off, and baby's still sleeping. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but that's what I get for trying to cook. That sounds about right. That sounds about how my cooking usually goes. Okay. She, oh yeah, the person that dropped off the meal when she was here, she noped out real fast when the smoke alarm was going off. She's like, okay, anyways, to enjoy your dinner. And I'm like over here fanning the freaking smoke detector. Annabelle. Yeah, real cool. Yeah.